3:00 something?
3:30.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Good afternoon and happy Valentine's Day to everyone.
Same to you,
Thank you.
ladies.
Thank
Happy
you.
Valentine's
Happy
Day to all the
Valentine's
ladies here today. And
Yeah, this is wonderful.
Thanks.
Did everyone get a chance to look over the minutes?
Yes, thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay. And can we have a motion to?
Yes,
Accept.
but with
Do you have an amendment already?
mistakes.
Oh, I'm sorry. You
No.
did say so. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, under old business, Carolyn caught these. I spelled her name wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I called her Carol
Yeah.
something.
That's okay.
And then
Second page, yeah.
Yeah, on the second page on other,
ST.
8D, I had a T in front of Nate, so
Okay.
we could make
Minor
those.
Typo. Yeah, it was a
Spacing,
typo.
spacing
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for picking that
So
up.
I would make a motion to approve the minutes with the amendments as noted.
Okay. Second.
I'll take it.
Okay. All in favor of passing? Motion? Okay. All in favor. It's good. All right. We have a report from the Council on Aging, and Ralph's not here today.
I would just mention one thing that came
Yeah.
across Facebook today. Council on Aging is hosting on the 18th of February at 1 p.m. how to know when to move into senior living. So that sounded like a really good program to mention.
That's great.
That's it for me.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see Ralph next month. Okay. Ben, for the
Yep.
Recreation Department?
Yeah, very quickly, the bid that we had for Memorial Fence is on hold right now because the first bidder is suing us because of the dimensions that were all wrong. He made them wrong. He calculated it wrong and bid on wrong dimensions, and now we went to the next bidder, the next contractor, and so he's suing us, so we can't put the fence up yet until we
Wants
get
the
that
opportunity to
resolved.
rebid.
But that was a big thing that we discussed the other day. We also talked about some of our CPC articles. I understand that all CPC articles are on hold. They're not approving any of them, as of what I heard today. I don't know if you heard
I
differently.
did not hear anything.
No.
Yeah, all CPC articles have been put on hold until further notice, because the auditor is looking at some numbers that are not concise, and she wants to finish the audit of all the CPC requests and so on. What's happening with CPC?
Yeah, they want to reconcile the
They want to
past years,
reconcile
right?
the whole
Yeah.
thing before they release.
Yeah.
So we're waiting to hear from that. I think one of the things that we heard was not gonna be approved. We were thinking about, the rec was thinking about putting a sail tent out in the back here rather than a wood pavilion. Did you hear, you knew about that, didn't you, Carol?
No,
Didn't you hear about that?
I did not.
Yeah, instead of a wood pavilion, wooden pavilion, which is roughly $200,000, this is a canvas sail, they have them in Florida and so on.
Yeah.
And we understand that will not be approved at all,
By,
CPC.
by CPC.
So that is knocked that article out,
Yeah.
that CPC article. We've got a few more that we're waiting on that's still on hold, some bathroom facilities.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
2-bathroom one in Sand Pond.
Yeah.
That's on hold, and the one at Potty Field is on hold, as is the fencing is on hold. So the other problem is that in order to get bathroom facilities down the Potter Memorial area,
Yeah.
and we did it for the girls,
Yeah,
the Monomoy
yeah.
girls, as well as all the spectators that
Yeah,
use it.
yeah.
I think it's the only field that doesn't have a bathroom.
Right.
It's cost an additional $50,000 to bring wiring from the top of the hill up by White House
Yeah.
and trench it all the way down the road. And we didn't account for that in the CPC article, so we don't know where we have to go with that one. That's another kink in the hammer. If you-
Will you guys take it back, take it off the list?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
We're still thinking about, I suggested why not do solar? Get a generator and do solar energy, okay? Put a panel up in the roof, on the ceiling and the roof, and get a small generator, stick it inside the building, and all you have to do is heat the water heater and get a light bulb in there, because, you shut that place down at 7:30, 8 o'clock during the summer months, nobody uses it, so, but you need it for hot water. So I guess Eric is talking with the highway department to see whether or not it's doable. So
Yeah.
that's another project on
That's too
hold.
bad, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of other things, that's about it.
If I
Oh,
had
that-
millions, I'd donate it to you.
The rec commission, the senior softball players came in, and they have a list of things that they want us to look at in terms of safety issues. So we're gonna meet with them again this month and get a sense of what their concerns are. But other than that,
It's been busy.
we're on and forward.
Hot stove season is busy
It's
for
busy.
senior softball.
There you go. Hot stove season's coming. They're all getting ready.
Well, it's good that they're active, that's nice.
They want to go to 400 members this year.
That's good,
They're shooting for 400.
keeps them active, which is
My
wonderful.
husband's thinking of joining.
You what?
My husband's thinking of joining.
Great. 50 and over. Come on down.
He's
We have there's a co-ed league as well.
She doesn't qualify yet.
Friday night
what she was trying
Friday
to
night
say.
co-ed.
just my husband.
Well, that's awesome.
That's new last year. We got
Yeah,
probably
I
had
know,
about
yeah.
35 young ladies that came in.
That's nice.
Which is good, yeah, which is good. Okay, thank you very much. Any
Okay,
questions?
you're welcome.
Yeah, any questions?
Thank you.
Okay, now we're over to old business.
Well, I hope when you walk through the building, you notice the carpeting.
Beautiful.
Good.
Nice
I would
job.
like to take the
Beautiful.
opportunity to thank Sean Libby, the facilities manager for the town, who was the coordinator of this project. We worked hand in hand, as we do on almost everything in this building, but the crew that laid the carpeting was great to work with. And
Yeah.
and we're appreciative that it's done. There is one back hallway that's not carpeted, but we'll have a new surface down. That's the end of what we have for our carpeting. But just a big thank you to certainly the public. It has been a long time coming. 25 years later, we have new carpeting, and it certainly makes a difference throughout.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks very
One
nice.
of the things that we really wanted to do as part of our birthday celebration.
I couldn't believe how quickly they could put it down when I was watching the guys work, yeah.
Yeah,
Certainly
and-
brightens the the building. It just changes the decorum of the building, no question about it.
It's really nice. Well, thank you very much for
Thank
getting
you.
that
So
one done.
just from our end, we did not cancel or shut down any of our events or activities. I had come to learn that COA did shut down. However, I was not privy to that conversation, which is something we'll work on, the communication, because it's really important that when something happens in the building, we all know about it. So that is certainly something we need to address about what's happening in here. And so people understand what my role and certainly facilities' role is.
Yeah, we want everybody to be on the same page for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, so.
And the workers were very thoughtful, because even when I was coming in, they would tell me, walk over here, go over there. I mean, they were very concerned about
great.
where
Absolutely.
the old people were walking. So thank you. It looks well done. It's well done. Okay, birthday celebration.
One of my favorite topics. We are past the halfway point of activities and events. It has been, I'm going to say it, it's been fun. She's trying not to act like she's enjoying it, but
I
Greg
am
and-
enjoying it. I
Yeah.
will say the carpet challenge was something special, but we got through it.
it is definitely a testament of how well we all work together.
Yeah.
So tonight we have crafts, and then we go into vacation week, which is a duck hunt in the building, the judging of the ducks on display, which if you have not seen them, please come in and see them. I am in awe of the talent of the people in this town. We gave out 104 ducks, and we currently have back over 55, 50. We're over half are back already. And people are still bringing them in and certainly can do that. There is one lone duck left in the town-wide search. The clue is out there for people, but one duck left if you're still hunting for the large ducks that are out in the community. But the other 9 have been found and are rehomed to the individuals who found them.
Nice.
So you have the booklets. We've been through it 100 times. Our 25th birthday is going well, and I would like to publicly make sure I thank the staff, especially Reagan and Sam, who have stepped up and done amazing. I really thought when I said, let's do 25 events in February, that I might be killed, but they were like, sure. So we are, it's been a great experience, and I have a phenomenal staff, every one of them. So thank you.
Thank you for all the hard work that you
Fun.
do.
It's definitely a team effort. Even Artie, Francesca, everybody that works, everybody
Kim,
that
Karen,
everybody
every single
that
person
works
has
behind
been
that
part of
desk
it.
has helped.
Fun Pant Friday, there's Guess the Candles, things are going on all the time. The shredding event,
Oh, yeah,
huge
tell us.
success.
Because that's the whole month, isn't it?
We just got a brand new bin in.
So the first bin filled up a lot quicker than I had anticipated.
yeah.
So they got here as soon as they can. We had an empty bin put in this morning,
Yeah,
and people have been dropping stuff off all day.
Oh.
So the next time it fills, it'll go. But I think this, in my opinion, was so last year we had a truck come for just a few hours, and people had a very short window. But now it's like you can come at your convenience. It's here. I will say I found out today they shred on site. So he shredded right out front of the
great.
building.
Oh,
Anybody
okay.
who was questioning that,
Yeah.
just let
And
them
then
know.
they send me a certificate so I can say that one of us witnessed it and
Yeah.
watched it and it was shredded.
Yep.
So
Yep. So,
that's great.
so yes, it's pretty empty.
Is the
And-
shredder the one on the recreation side in that little corner? Is that where the shredder was?
no, it's right out front.
It's
It's
right out
front.
out
Okay.
front near the
I wasn't
game
paying
room.
attention.
Yeah.
next to the mannequin for another upcoming event.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Birthday party.
Have the members of the select board been involved in any of the,
Actually,
celebration?
just yesterday we did our video, birthday videos, and the current chairperson came over to make a video wishing the community center a happy birthday. So
That's nice.
yes, I can say they have.
And today is the official day, right? The official
Today is the
opening?
official day that it
amazing.
opened to everyone. The 5th was the soft opening, but
14th.
20 years ago today, this building was up. 25 years.
25,
I just
yeah,
said 20
25,
years.
yeah.
I don't know
You
what
did.
happened
Yeah.
to those other 5. Ooh, 25 years ago
You could have
today.
done 5 fewer events if it was all
Darn it, what was I thinking?
Well, that's why we have cupcakes to celebrate the birthday.
I know it.
Yeah.
This is the place to be.
Yeah.
And we do tell people if they are thinking of it, our last event will be on the 28th. There'll be cake prizes, just a lot of fun. The 27th, the prom dresses and shopping, not paying, shopping, coming in and picking out is on the 27th. We have the open mic event. We, of course, have the pancake breakfast and the try the weight room, the
Pancake
minute to win it event, and the wabi sabi dancers,
Laser tag,
laser tag, fire and ice,
Cape Cod Military
and
Museum.
the Cape Cod Military Museum.
It's a lot.
I think did I get them
I
all?
think you got everything
Yeah,
that was
and
in the book.
I definitely
think so,
want to
yeah.
acknowledge the Harwich Children's Fund, because really the prom event is spearheaded by you guys.
Well, it's a team effort. That's nice.
we are
It's a team effort.
We are just helping, and it's, I think, off to a great start. I've heard a lot of buzz about it. So
Well, we couldn't do it without you guys. We needed your expertise.
Truthfully, we should be thanking so many people, and I hate to just start to thank because there's so many
Yeah.
people that
Yeah,
are involved.
donated.
But the video booth, really, the Harwich channel, Jamie, 100% came through. Well, it was fun too.
she made it very easy.
We
didn't
listened
she?
to people. Some people asked us to stay in the room, and some of the messages just so heartfelt. I would certainly be remiss if I did not take the opportunity to say some of the people who made this building happen are not with us, and we absolutely thank them. The Lee Culvers, the Sheldon Thayers, they're Senna Fernandez. There's so
Yeah.
Bill Flynn. I could again go on, and truly I would love to at some point just list out all the people who are part of it. But I would literally list the entire town because that's what's so great about it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's been the great thing about the celebration this month in particular. But it's like celebrating 25 years of a community center, and it's really been the community that's
It
been
is.
engaged and involved, and so it's it's just been a microcosm of what this place is all about.
and what it can be. I
Yeah.
say in my video, I can't imagine. I'm excited for the next 25.
Yeah.
I will not be sitting here. I'll come
Well, you
visit.
never know.
Oh, I know. If that's true, we're in trouble. But the possibilities, I talk about when I first came to the building and I walked up the walkway, and the first thing I saw was a brick that said, "Imagine all the people."
Oh, really?
And I think of it every day that I walk in, because you cannot imagine all the people that we have met or have made an impact on this building. So,
Carolyn, your next 25 will be faster than the first 25.
And we're not doing 50 events.
we're not. Oh, I'm not. Reagan might be, and I will support her wholeheartedly.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
And what's really nice is when we go back 25 years, those of us that can remember, it actually has grown. It has grown,
Yeah.
it has grown so
You've
much.
seen that
I
too,
remember the
yeah.
opening day. I can remember how many clubs and organizations were in here. And I look at it now when we're trying to create more rooms and fit people into spaces
Yeah.
as we're sitting in someone's actual office trying to do this because
Yeah.
we didn't want to take up a room. So we're just growing, and we're growing for the public and the community. It's not office space. It's not any of those things. It's really growing for what the community wants and needs.
which is great. Okay, here we go.
Party packages.
So this had been on the agenda before, and we actually realized that we never took a vote on it from this board, so I can't move forward until there's actually a vote. But this is what you had seen before. I don't know, Reagan, if there was anything specific that we wanted to. I have not changed it or added to this, but we did want to, if we're going to put it out there, get the board's input and.
The only thing that we had talked about is we had discussed adding things that they could rent.
Oh, thank you.
We bought, I don't know if you've seen above the walkway, there's a bunch of blow up happy birthday dinosaur, happy birthday cake. And we were like, well, we would be able to provide those for people's birthday parties.
At a very nominal fee, so
Yeah.
if they need to
So they
decorate.
could, yeah, if they need decoration. So that was the only thing that we were thinking of adding to this.
Okay. So basically, this would just be for like parties,
Birthday parties
birthday
specifically.
parties. Yeah, that's what I was asking, because
Yeah.
somebody might ask
Do you
for
need a
another.
vote on this? Do you have to
We
have a
do.
vote?
Okay.
We do.
Okay.
I'll move that we accept the the pricing and guidelines for private celebrations.
I'll second that.
Okay. Will we vote on it, please? How many are in
Aye.
favor? Aye. Everyone? It's unanimous?
Nicely done.
Yeah, nicely done, yeah. Really nice.
Samantha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Samantha, she's good.
And
Good old Samantha.
She is good.
It's so funny because we like mentioned it and she's like, got it. She just printed them out and I was like,
She's
okay.
good. She's just good. Oh, God.
And
Okay.
it's a great opportunity for folks. Hopefully, people are aware of the service and
Yeah,
the
it
opportunities.
is.
And
Well,
I know
and-
that does get used.
And having birthday parties at other locations can be extremely costly.
It is.
And it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't need to be. So.
another great thing the community center does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
it's really nice. Yeah, good job, guys. Okay, next one, we're over now to new business.
Yep.
And the 2026 application to the town is due on the 27th. You want to give us a little update?
I do. So as you all know, we sent the application for room use, which anyone utilizing a room in this building, whether you're in a department or an outside group or organization, needs to book the rooms. It's the way that we keep track, that it's the logistics side of it, which I know is not always the exciting side, but trust me, it's the necessary side. We could not do it by just saying, oh, I'm going to use that room this day. There are too many components to it, too many moving pieces. So we have, as we have in the past, always given the first preference to the Council on Aging and to the Youth and Recreation. So they received their applications February. So they have the month of February to get their applications in. We also, about now, send it out to any other departments who might need to utilize room in this building. But then in March, the beginning weeks of March, it goes out to the entire community. So I need those youth and rec and COA back, because if I don't have them back, I don't know they need the room, and I'm going to put it out there, and I can promise you there's already people from community groups who are waiting to submit their applications.
Okay.
We are asking that people do not blanket a room because what happens is,
What does that mean?
so they just put in, I'm going to use the studio. They say, we want the studio every Friday for the whole year.
Got it.
And then don't show up.
And then they don't use it and they don't show up. And someone else who had wanted the studio is walking by and they're saying,
Why?
you told me I couldn't have this. It was booked.
Yeah.
So we ask that you be mindful that it is a shared space. We always want to accommodate as many people as we can. But we want to make sure the town departments have what they need, but that we are leaving space and opportunity for the community, because that's how it was built.
Yeah.
It is a shared facility, which brings me to, just quickly, if no one minds, I just want to go through, I think that there is some misunderstanding about the community center, so I'm just going to quickly go through it. Inside this building, there are at least 5 different departments. There is the cemetery department, the community center itself, youth and recreation, the council on aging, who am I forgetting?
Veteran affairs.
And veteran affairs. In addition to that, we rent on a very regular to Elder Services for the Meals on Wheels program in here. So those are the standards that's where we're starting. And as I said, every group, when Reagan or I use this building, there is a form filled out because that's how we have to justify when people say, do we really need a community center? Mm-hmm. We keep statistics, we keep graphs, it's important to us. So every person has to fill out a form. They can do it online, they can do it in person. Again, we ask you to put actual dates. We'll give you a printed calendar. You can just circle the date so you don't have to write it in. But our job, certainly my job, is to make sure that everything is being booked within the building. So it's not for Reagan to come up to the booking system and say, oh, I want that today, and take someone out of it. You know, it's just not how we do business. If you had not asked for it and someone else did, and they're in there, now we will work with any group or organization. We do not give out the information so that Van can't call Reagan and say, I'd really like that room. That just puts people in an awkward position. Mm-hmm. So you go through us. We're happy to make some calls. We can tell you what can happen, how we can accommodate you. But there's no bullying of anyone for a space or a room. It's a community center, and we are working with all of the community, and every person and every group in here is important to us, whether you have 1 member, 2 members, or 200 members.
Carolyn, do they have to sign up at the front desk like we've normally done?
Correct. You can sign up at the front desk, or you can do it online. It's an online form as well. So,
I can't remember if someone canceled, just didn't show up. Did we decide if there would be a penalty if they just? I thought so, but I just
Built
have
that
wondered.
into the new policy.
Yeah, I
we did,
thought so.
and we do send out reminders. And I will say it's gotten much better than it was. So we're appreciative of that. We need to be better at. If I'm honest, internally, the departments are some of the ones who don't tell us when they cancel. But the clubs and organizations have been very mindful because they know people are waiting for that space. Right. So we appreciate that.
If I might add to that, just to put it in writing somehow, whether in an email, just to pass us in the hallway and be like, oh, I don't need that room after all, like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That doesn't work.
Okay.
Even an email is, if we can print it out and put it in the file, that's golden. Yeah, exactly.
Every group and organization does have a file. We update them.
And what it really boils down to is just maximizing the use of the space. I mean,
exactly.
Right? Like, so that's, we don't want somebody, to use, well, I won't use a particular group because I don't want to call, I was going to just, whatever. But, you don't want a group saying, like you said, we want the space every Wednesday at 7, and then 6 Wednesdays they don't show up, and there's another group that's wanting that space. Especially if we're renting the space out,
Correct.
you know, then we're losing, you know, the opportunity
Revenue
to
And
generate additional revenue.
And for people to be in the building, that's what we
Right.
want. Which is also why we, on every one of our reservation forms, it says we will tell you the room number, and if we change it, we will let you know.
Right.
Because part of the job is that it's a puzzle. And if I gave Reagan room 3, but then Heath has a group equally as large, but he needs it at a different time, I might have to move Reagan to a different group, different room, so I can accommodate more people, more organizations. And people are generally good about it. Certainly we know there are some groups that need to stay in a location or an area of the building for whether it's, I'm going to use site laws. Clearly they come to know where they're going, and we don't want to impede them from utilizing the building. But if we do need to change, we give them ample time and work out where the bus will bring them and park. So I just wanted to say that because I think people think, you know, whether they were walking by the hall and go, yeah, we're not coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's
First
not
of
fair,
all,
not
I
fair
can't
to the
really,
other groups, or
right, and
or
I
you
can't really remember all of them. I'm getting
that's-
old.
Something that I've noticed, if I may, is people being confused and
Oh.
explaining to people that the COA doesn't rent out the rooms, the rec department doesn't rent out rooms. They're all rented through the community center.
Correct.
You know, there's rooms in the COA's side of the building, and there's rooms in the rec department side of the building, but that doesn't mean they belong to them, which I think there has been some confusion
Oh,
about.
yeah, I
that
know
being-
when I
public
first got
groups, the
here.
public.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of the rooms are public rooms.
right.
In fact, it's why it's called a community center. It's a multi-generational facility. There are not sides, wings, areas. We
Yeah.
all need to work and invest in each other, and the only way to do that is to mingle throughout the building. So
Well, I appreciate you explaining that, because I think you're right. I don't think a lot of people in the general public understand the logistics jigsaw puzzle, if you will, and even taking into consideration parking and traffic flow.
Exactly.
If you've got a large group coming in, and then there's another large group coming before that group has had an opportunity to leave.
And set up.
Right.
and
Right.
tables
Right.
and
Set up,
chairs,
right,
all of
exactly,
those things
yeah.
are what we
There's
look
a lot
at.
of moving parts.
And I have to say, sometimes I appreciate that people don't think of it, because I think that means we must be doing our job well if they're not thinking about those things,
Yeah.
because
Right.
we think about it all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time and try and make sure that there is enough parking, or if there is going to be limited parking, that we're in touch with you. We don't want anyone to come here and not be happy and be frustrated. That does no one any good. So.
Sure.
So I appreciate the opportunity to explain it. I know with this time coming up again, people always think, as Reagan pointed out, well, those are the COA rooms, or those are recreations room. Nobody owns a room in here. And as I tell everyone, not even your office is safe, so be careful. If I need to put someone in there, plenty of people have met in my office, and it's a community center, which means
Right.
it's for the community. So thank you. I
No,
appreciate
it's good that you clarified that, because I can remember in the beginning there was fights constantly, people territorial, so.
And that's what we're here for.
That's why.
Yeah.
It is
Glad
exactly
you
why we're
explained it
here.
very,
That's the
very
charge.
well. Yes,
That's our
yes.
charge, is to
Yeah.
settle those,
Yeah.
resolve
Disputes.
those issues. Yeah.
Or stop them before they ever start, which is
Yeah.
what you've all been so
Set,
good
set
at.
a framework to minimize those opportunities. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're up to, excuse me, next one, director's update on the newsletter.
So I did provide you the newsletter in front of you. This was a fun one. Again, Sam did a great job, but it is really, it's full of all of our events. So we turned 25. I don't know if anyone knew that or not, but it is the reflections, and I'm excited for the March one, which will have all of the reflections of this birthday month.
yeah.
So
Which is great.
I always like to make sure that you have a copy of our newsletter, and remind people that if they are interested, we do email them. There are hard copies here in the building, at the Chamber of Commerce, at the library, and at Town Hall. But we'll be happy to email them to people as well. And the popularity of it has grown so much, which we're excited. It means people really want to know what we have going on, so. We also open it up, as you can see on the back. I think some other departments have reached out and asked if we would advertise for them. We're happy to. We're happy to. We are all working together. We want to make sure the community knows what's happening, even if it's not in this building, because we all work together, so.
Love it.
This is very nice. All right, great job. Thank you. Okay, events and updates, anything in March you wanted to promote or anything
That's you.
before?
That's you.
It feels like such a short list.
After February.
So March 3rd, we've partnered up with the Council on Aging for Mardi Gras. We're doing 2 community members who come to a lot of our events have asked if they could host a Mardi Gras party with music and games and sing-alongs. And so we coordinated with the COA that it'll happen right after brown bag lunch pickup, so people can grab their lunch if they want to stay and eat it. We'll have refreshments, and it'll
And
be.
he is from New Orleans.
And
New
the
Orleans.
gentleman is from
Nolans.
Nolans.
This is March 3rd.
Correct.
It is March.
Monday. It's a Monday.
It's a Monday, yes. I think Mardi Gras is on the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually a Tuesday.
So
Yeah.
we're getting you ready for it.
So it's the
That Tuesday.
pre-party.
Pre-Mardi Gras.
March 7th is March 8th is International Women's Day, but we are going to celebrate it on March 7th with cards for the special women in your life. So we'll have cards available out in the lobby for people to fill out and give to somebody, the special lady in their life. Another talk on March 13th with Animal Control Officer Jen Harrington. She did something this past week. She came and did animal trivia. It was a hit. It was a lot of fun. Yep,
good.
a lot of people showed up and it was fun. And we haven't decided on what the topic of the March 13th talk is going to be yet, because we really have been trying to spend a little bit of time hearing what the public wants to hear about. Like what, she has her, what she gets a lot of questions about when she's out working. And so we've kind of want to be very thoughtful. We're always thoughtful about it, but be very thoughtful about this next talk so that she's providing. I mean, she's so gracious to give her time to do this for us. And she's busy, believe me. So I will keep everyone posted on that talk.
Okay.
March 14th, we're doing St. Patrick's Day bingo at 6:30. That's going to be free, just a drop-in event, no registration required. Lots of fun prizes. We've partnered up with the Harwich Police Department. John Larrabee is going to be coming in the evening and doing a kind of a home alone safety talk for families, and youth personal safety with a focus on home alone safety and what to do in the event of an emergency.
What day is that, I'm sorry?
It'll be March 21st.
Okay.
March 28th, slime making. Chris?
Oh.
The ever popular.
Yeah.
And I think that wraps up March. I do want to talk about one event that's going to be happening April 18th, because I want to start getting the word out.
I'm afraid to.
Oh, the job fair. I completely.
Sorry.
No, I
That's
apologize. The job fair. March 8th, or is it 6th?
No, let me check for you.
It's on my calendar. I didn't have it in my notes because we already have the thing for it. Sorry, Ashley. March 6th. So that's in collaboration with Youth and Family Services. That's why I said sorry, Ashley, because I forgot to mention it. So we did it last year, and like anything, it's going to grow traction.
Yep.
So the word will get out. I do know that there were at least 5 or 6 businesses that did were able to hire people from
That
the
was
youth
great,
fair.
yeah.
It's a little bit tricky during the week with the kids and sports, and so we're adding an online component to it where people can go onto a job board that Ashley's currently working on. So that's in the works.
If I can tell an anecdote from last year's.
Yeah.
So, I have kids in this age range, and my son, it was going to be his first summer working. He came to the job fair, spoke with one business who was very interested in him applying there. And then when they saw him walk over to talk to another business, they said, whoa, where are you going? Where are you going? Come back, we'll fill out the application right now.
Yeah,
So,
that's good. And they do.
that's where he worked this
great.
past summer. So
Good.
it's it's a great opportunity for
kids,
young
yeah.
folks that are looking for summer employment.
Yep. And we really try to focus on businesses within like Harwich, Chatham, Brewster, Orleans,
Something close they can get to.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are mindful that most of them, their parents are driving them. So if you know of any small business owners or big business owners,
Not interested in internships, right? Unpaid internships, probably.
those could be posted on the job
Yeah.
board
Yeah.
for sure. Yep.
And if you have,
Yep.
you might contact Sherry Armstrong
Yeah, at
from
the
the
high
high
school.
At
school.
the high school, yeah.
She's in charge of the intern programs.
Yeah, we,
And do they have a job fair up at the tech school, do you know?
Not that I know of. They have
they
one.
do.
Oh, at this.
Yeah, they
at
do.
this- I was gonna say,
Monmouth
I
does
know
too.
that they have one at in Barnstable, a big one in Barnstable.
I know the community college has a big one.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Cape Tech one is coming up soon. They do host
They
one.
do one.
Yeah. Do you know when it is?
I don't know the date specifically.
Okay. Okay, so that was, thank you
Good.
for
Sorry.
reminding me, I
Sorry.
apologize. So the other thing we're gonna have more going on in April, obviously, but one thing that we've kind of had in the works for the last few months is April 18th, we're gonna do a Dancing Through the Decades prom for adults.
Oh,
Yeah. Well. This is in partnership. Well, in partnership, this is a collaboration between the community center and a local restaurant. So the prom will be here. We've had a DJ lined up, so there'll be dancing, hors d'oeuvres.
Have the ladies on one side, the men on the other
Oh,
side?
Yeah,
Andy
fun.
Hopkins.
Be like middle school.
Dress for
My
you
high
can either
school.
get a brand new dress from your era, whatever you want to do, and then the after prom party is going to be at the Seal.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cute.
fun.
Yeah,
That's cute.
so it's gonna be a fun night. So that's in the works. Just starting to get people to talk about it, to get the buzz, because it will be limited. Obviously, our
Yeah.
our room is limited. We'll have limited amount of signups. So just wanted to let people know.
Cute idea.
Well, the prom. I've been going through all those prom
I
dresses.
know.
You're gonna pick out one, I'm promising.
Might have looked at a couple.
Is there a drive-through drop-off location for the limousines? Do we have that?
Yeah.
Oh,
agree,
you know,
yeah.
we better coordinate that, you're
Yeah,
right.
That's
Yeah.
true.
God.
That's true.
Pre-prom photos somewhere?
Date destination trolley.
Oh, I like it. I like where this is going.
Eat the chaperoning.
Oh,
Chaperone, I plan on dancing.
Oh, okay.
I've had a lot of people say, actually, because I talk about it a lot, and a lot of, especially the COVID era, oh, I didn't get to go to my prom.
Yeah.
oh, I bet.
Yeah, I
Or-
feel
Yeah,
bad
young-
for those
young
kids.
adults,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe it'll be an opportunity, but it's for all ages,
Yeah.
like,
That'd be fun.
grown-ups,
It's a nice idea.
so.
What happens if your spouse is not available to go to the prom? You have a,
You can still
a
come.
widower and
Stag.
widow. You have a widow and widower section.
You can absolutely come. I
don't
went
have
stag
to
to my prom.
A lot of kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Just go, yeah. So you
I-
gotta
yeah.
come.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Tuxedos.
Yeah.
If you
Black
want.
tie.
If you
Optional.
want, yeah, exactly.
Oh, remember those awful
Yeah,
cummerbunds and shirts that the
Cummerbund
guys
or
would wear?
vest?
Yeah.
I feel the excitement
Powder
in the room
blue.
right now.
Oh,
That's all I have.
On that note.
On that note,
Well, a lot of guys, if they were in the military, they missed their proms.
That's
They were
true.
drafted, they
Oh,
were
yeah.
either, whatever. I know during
Yeah.
my time, the guys didn't go to proms. They signed up for the Korean War right off the bat, or the Second World War, and
and what?
I guess-
We all deserve a night to get dressed up fancy and go out.
Yeah.
Come on, look at
To the community center.
the
I can think of
community
nowhere
center.
better.
Well,
Yeah.
most of us had proms like in the gym. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
We
It'll look-
decorated.
It
yeah,
was-
we used to have a gym.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not like the kids have today.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Student
that's for
council would
sure.
spend the whole week decorating the
Decorating,
gym.
yeah.
And it still looked pretty bad.
So you're saying the bar isn't too high for us?
That's good to hear.
Went to my high school. Oh, God help us.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Good
Okay,
old days.
yeah.
Fun.
Okay, next one, over to operations, painting of the rooms.
Yes. So I wanted to bring up a few things. We are painting all of the activity rooms. You may have seen several of them done. We're doing it in-house. We're excited about that. It is one of the other elements to our 25. I told you there'll be 25 things happening. That's carpeting. You're going to see painting, the new toilet seats. Sorry. But there are a lot of things happening, which made me want to address the policies again. I know that I'm talking a lot about policies and procedures, but it just keeps coming up that things are not running as smoothly as they should be. So the policy of this building, and certainly you all know because you were part of the reason or part of setting it, is I work with the facilities manager, Sean Libby. The custodians work for the highway department, however, under my direction. So it seems silly, but again, there are always reasons why. So if somebody within the building or another department has a request, it should go through me because we're coordinating all of those. Like, for instance, if Reagan wants her room painted, she just can't go up to the person who's painting and say, can you do mine next? Well, she can, but that's not how it happens.
Right.
We have a schedule, we have a strategic plan, and we need to follow that.
Put work orders through, don't we?
No one's
No
supposed to
work.
put work orders. They all have to come through me because
Right.
I might already know about it and one already might be in. So Sean, again, Libby and I work and communicate more than he would like. Sorry, Sean. We on a very regular basis. So I am saying it here in this meeting because I will be having a meeting with the other department heads. So if you could just reiterate it in your own meetings when you go back, that there is policies and procedures to this building and how things operate. I certainly would not go over to,
Right.
I wouldn't go to the fields and say, oh, I thought I could just jump in ahead of senior softball because I saw that. That's just not how you do it. So it's just, we're really trying to make sure that we can continue the operations in
And
an
the protocols.
orderly fashion. And also it's really unfair to put our custodians on the spot because that's not fair to do to them. If they're all very amazing and wonderful and they want to help, they just, there's a protocol and I'm happy to discuss that with everyone, but I wanted you to know what was happening and why it was on the agenda.
Is
So.
the issue also that other house departments here go directly to?
Correct.
To the DP, I don't, why is it called the Highway Department? I don't know. but-
DPW, Department of Public Works, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
So yes.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Even
Both
though that's
issues.
not the policies and procedure of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if somebody does it the right way through you, puts in a work request but then somebody else kind of jumps the line, knowingly or unknowingly, right?
Right.
Like they just, buttonhole, grab a hold of a custodian and say, hey, could you do this for me?
Yeah.
Not recognizing that. Yeah, it
And
makes
Sean
sense.
may have already scheduled someone else to come over, and Sean and I may have already had a conversation,
Right.
facilities manager, I shouldn't keep using his name. We may have already had a conversation about we're going to do this on the third Tuesday because that day we can take over this and this and this area. And again, there are logistics. I would not begin to try and do someone else's job because I don't know the behind the scenes. I know what it looks like. It looks very easy that I could just go, oh, the custodian's walking by. I could just have him do that. Really, it's just
There's
not.
more to it than that.
There's much more to it, much more to it. And so it is becoming worrisome for a lot of employees. And I will do my best always to protect them.
When are you
And-
planning to meet with the department?
I'm going to set it up for next week,
Next week.
considering, I'm not sure if
Eric will
they're,
be gone next week.
so it will be the week after. I was just going to say, I'm not sure if
Yeah,
anyone's
he's going on
plans.
vacation tomorrow.
So there we go. So it'll be the week after.
Okay.
And I will reach out. So,
I'll
thanks.
make sure they know.
Appreciate that. And I'm happy to go to any of the meetings and explain it. So that's it.
Good.
Just want to make sure we're all,
Well, the rooms that have been painted so far look very nice.
yeah, and the carpeting, it's all coming
Carpeting's
together.
come
It's
together.
exciting. It's all good news. I know that doesn't always sound it when I talk about it, but I think it's important that we have communication is going to be the key to us moving forward. So
Did we miss building use or did I?
I talked about it earlier. That's
Okay,
when I was
yeah.
talking about the different,
Yeah.
Rooms
So,
and signing up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize, Chris.
No,
No, that
that's
was
good.
me. I should have said something.
I'll get it.
Okay, update
right.
on public computers?
I just thought you would all like to know how utilized they are.
Every time I walk by.
Sure are.
And by every age group. So we are thankful to the woodworkers group who built that station for us. They have not been abused. They have been a great asset to the community center. And I just wanted to let people know they are here, they are utilized, and we appreciate them and all the work that went into getting them over here. So I just think
They
sometimes
fit
we
in
don't.
nice.
Yeah.
They
Do you run into any issues where there's like people waiting and are there time limits on?
There are
use?
not currently time limits because I have not run into that. I have witnessed when there are 3 in use and somebody might come up and one of the people will be like, I'm going to be off in about a minute. And truthfully, it has just,
Nice.
So it's worked well.
right.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then we'll set those up and put time limits. But right now, I
Hasn't been.
kind
It's
of,
working.
I like that it's working
Good.
in a congenial manner.
Yeah.
It's very
That's-
nice.
That's how it should be.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very nice. So appreciate that. Appreciate everyone that's utilizing them and
Okay, any questions for Reagan and Carolyn? Anything concerned? Okay, well, before we wrap up, well, let me just ask, is there anything that you'd like to
I have-
say before
No,
we go?
nothing additional, thank you.
No, how'd the spaghetti dinner go?
we should talk. We could talk about these events. It was a cold and rainy and
Yep.
Thursday, and I never listen to me because they always say, "Well, you think we'll get a lot?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's cold and rainy. I don't
Yeah.
think so." Over 100 people.
We were at capacity in the room before the event technically started.
There it is,
right.
nice.
So-
Let me just mention, I showed up at 5:32. You already had like 50
Yeah,
people
yeah.
We had,
seated.
we
I
had
actually-
served 50 plates at 5:30 when it
I'm
started.
actually wondering if maybe we open the doors at 5:30, if that, because people are like, oh, like, it started.
Did you run out?
No.
We have yet to run out. I shout out to our chef, Greg. He is just really good at kind of figuring out how to
How to
manage
it.
everything.
Well, no,
Yeah.
some people had doubles. You could have a double.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. If we
That was your first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm glad you came.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I
I mean,
did
it was
Great,
the
we
first
hope you're
spaghetti I
gonna
had
come.
since Sheila passed away.
there
Yeah.
you go.
So you had about 100, little
Yeah,
I
more?
would say, yeah.
About
Yeah.
100, yeah.
What I've noticed with that event, because I've helped out at several of them, is there are definitely some regulars,
Yeah.
but every event there are brand new people
Yeah.
that
Which is nice.
have never been.
Yeah.
Like this
Wonderful.
past one, there were definitely several
New people,
new
so to
people, new
speak.
families that
And-
hadn't participated
yeah.
before. So it's great to see.
Can you tell me about the pancake breakfast? Because I what
He
the
wants to
schedule
be
is for
there.
workers and so on?
Did you get my email?
No.
Okay, I sent an email with like a sign up link so you could sign up for like what you wanted to do and the time that you would need to be here.
You have that available before I
It's
leave?
on the
Send it to me if you want.
okay, I did send it to you, but for some reason maybe I don't have your email address right. So I'll double check
I'll
with
get
you.
checking
Okay,
I
yeah.
have it.
Are you checking your email?
Yes,
Okay.
my son does it for me.
So yes, Reagan did set up a phenomenal sign up
Reagan, I'll make sure you
program.
have it before I leave.
Yeah, she Carolyn can also
Yeah, she has
the
because
correct one.
I got the minutes. so.
Sure, I'll make sure.
Well, on the same note, a lot of people have been coming up to us recently asking to volunteer. So
been
it was
wonderful.
actually getting to the point where I was like, oh, we need to organize this a little bit more than just,
Yeah.
be writing it on a post-it and putting it on my thing. So that's why we came up with this online system for signing up. And then plus it doesn't put people on the spot. They can think about what event kind
They
of
wanna
speaks
do.
to them,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what,
exactly,
so
exactly.
yeah.
So we are excited about the upcoming events, the pancake breakfast, and
Yeah.
we're excited, but we are thrilled with how all of the events have gone. And I will say they have all been a success. We've seen new faces, new people. Chris got us in touch with somebody who made cards with
Yeah,
a group
last
of
week.
people. It's been new programs and some old programs, and I know it's been a lot of work, and I am so appreciative of the staff, but the faces and people we have seen have made it all worthwhile. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. This is good. Chris, did you have anything you
I
want to add on?
don't, no, thank you.
Okay, we wanted to add one thing on. We-
Can I just
Oh, sure.
quickly, I noticed that, I read in the paper, I'm sure some of you have, that there is a parent group or a husband-wife that are donating a ton of money for a YMCA up in the Falmouth area with
I didn't see that.
I did
pickleball,
not see that.
pickleball courts, two swimming pools, pickleball courts, a real big project.
I did not see
That's
that,
nice.
I'm
It's all
sorry.
indoor too.
Pardon me?
It's supposed to be all indoor.
Yes.
I think so, yeah. I think I did see
The
that.
pickleball courts indoor?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they were gonna put
indoor. I
everything
think there's
indoor.
like 15 or 20 pickleball
Cuts down the
courts and
complaints.
I was just gonna
tennis
say it won't be as
courts
loud.
and, you know, again, a couple of swimming pools and so on and so forth. They're really going at this thing. It's about a couple of million or more, like $20 million project or something.
But to the donations to the nonprofit YMCA,
right.
yeah.
Wow, I
I
did
think
not
they,
know
I
about
think they
that.
raised, I think this couple is donating $10 million.
And that's not to add on to the
nice.
one that the Cape already has. That's to build a new one.
This is up in Falmouth,
Oh, Falmouth,
not
right?
Hyannis. They want to build it up in the Falmouth area somewhere. Big project, huge.
I wish they'd think of the Lower Cape.
Well, they were, remember? And they were looking at the
Yeah.
parcel line
And then
property.
we got Richmond Harbor that's doing a big project,
Maybe.
80 rooms, unbelievable.
Yeah, well, that's
That's before the commission, I think.
yeah,
right.
yeah, well, I don't know. Anyway,
So-
before we go on, we wanted to thank you for your 25 years that you have been here, and we appreciate all that you've done. So he's brought in all the delicious desserts, and from all of us, we brought you a card and some flowers.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It seems very wrong to take anything for a job that does not feel like a job. I truly say it all the time, and I mean
Job
it
well done.
sincerely.
job well done, yeah.
Best
yeah,
job in the world with
And-
some of the best people.
Yeah, and it's,
Thank you.
it's
And
continued to grow, which is great.
and honestly, it is the staff. I could not do one single thing without them. So I'm going to share these with
Yeah,
all
great
of them.
Well,
Thank
we're-
you, thank
we're
you,
glad
thank
that
you.
Megan
We have
joined
pretty
on
good
too.
boss.
Yeah, yeah. So thank
Pretty
you.
lucky.
Thank you.
So, right now, we need to, is there anyone who'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So move.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Okay,
Happy
And-
birthday.
and happy, yes, and we will see you on March
Don't you love
14th
them?
again.